Hi, my name is Melissa. I'm 24 years old. I wanted to share my story about my daughter Madeline. She was born November 7th, 2011. She also became our angel on November 7th, 2011. She was born with Turner syndrome and hydrops. She I just want to say I'll probably make a few videos just because the story is kind of long. I will not show any videos. I'm sorry, I will not show any pictures of my daughter. I'll show pictures of her hands and stuff, but a lot of my family hasn't seen her face yet, just because her face was so swollen from the hydrops. So I think it would be important for me to show them before I just kind of put it all over the internet. So I will make a few videos, but I will show the box that Boston gave us. I'll show you guys the urn that we got from my cousin Andrea and her husband Anawful. They are amazing people. Shout outs to them. I'll go through what we went through and the things that happened, what hospitals I liked, what doctors I liked. I don't remember any of their names. It was kind of a blur. I don't remember much of the day other than what people told me. So I can tell you what I know. I remember everything about my pregnancy. I remember everything about my labor. Once Madeline was born, I don't remember very much. I'm not going through counseling at the time. I wish I did immediately. I'm not crazy or anything, but it's a hard thing. I've lost uncles and aunts, and I lost a sibling when I was very young, and it's not the same unless you go through it yourself. So I highly suggest counseling. Just someone to talk to, because there's people out there that don't understand. I mean, your best friends, you could talk to them till you're blue in the face, and they mean well by being there, but it's just not the same knowing they don't know what you're going through. But I just want to say thank you for everybody, or to everybody, for all the support they've given us and all the help they've given us, and being there for us. It really means a lot to Patrick and myself and Savannah as well. But Madeline had Turner syndrome and hydrops. Turner syndrome is when a baby is born, the mother immediately gives an X chromosome. The father is supposed to give the X or the Y chromosome to make it a boy or a girl. A boy cannot live without an Y chromosome, so the baby immediately becomes a female because there was no chromosome given from the father. Is it my husband's fault? No. Do I blame it on my husband? Not in any way. Does he blame it on himself? Not that I've heard him say. Nobody in my family or his family blames it on him. I love him more than anything in the world and can't wait to have more children with him. Is it genetic? No, it's not. It's just something that happens. It's bad luck, pretty much. Is there anything you can do to prevent it? Not that I know of. It's, like I said, just something that happens. My daughter was the cutest little girl in the world. She looked just like my daughter Savannah, but her face was a little swollen because of the hydrops. Hydrops, by the way, is fluid buildup in more than one spot in the body. So my daughter Madeline started out in the left lung and eventually went into her chest cavity and her belly and her face and her arms and her hands and her feet. So hers kind of spread. Some children don't. Most children do. Hydrops is deadly. They do have support groups out there for it. They have donation centers that can help with this. I have seen success stories. I kind of wrapped my head in them because I thought, my daughter's going to survive. I can't tell you how many videos I watched, how many people I've talked to, how many stories I've read, and unfortunately that was not something that happened for me or my family. I wish it did more than anything in the world. My daughter was named after my grandmother, Madeline, and she just would have been the greatest little addition to our family. We miss her tremendously, but she's still with us in our hearts and our prayers, and of course right here in my little Madeline jar, I call it. So this is my daughter Madeline, and this is the urn we got from my cousin Andrea, which we give you guys lots of thanks for this. We are very happy to have her home with us, and we're still a family of 4, even though there's 3 of us. We have her here, and she's our little baby, so she's still here. It sucks because, excuse my language, but I hate it because You know, a lot of my friends had babies at the same time I had Madeline, and a lot of them were upset because the babies were up all night and they had another change. You know, they had to change on that poopy diaper, and you know, all this stuff that happens when you're a parent. You know, kind of overwhelming, especially when you're first time parent. But to me, it bothered me because I would give the world to wake up with my daughter screaming. I would give the world to just change her diaper once. You know, I never got the chance to do that with Madeline. I would give the world to deal with the fact that she had a temperature of 102 and we were bringing her to the hospital. I miss that. I want that. I never had that. I never got to feed her a bottle. I never got to change her diaper. We did get to hold her. But I'll start from the beginning. It'll be easier. But this video particularly, I just want to let you guys know that this is about Turner syndrome and hydrops. And, you know, I'll tell you what hospitals we went to and the way we were told some things, and kind of what happened. And if you guys are interested, you guys can continue watching. If you're not, I understand it is a hard situation, a story to listen to. You know, I probably will cry. I will definitely give some shout outs to some family members who went out of their way to help us and supported us, and I hope they get the chance to see all these videos and kind of, you know, look through it and stuff, because I really didn't get to talk to many people in my family. It was a kind of a touchy situation. A lot of them didn't want to believe it was happening. I heard a lot, this can't happen to us, you know, we're LWELs, this doesn't happen in our family, stuff like that. I got told a lot of families do that, but that's just not something I wanted to hear, because I knew what was going on and I kind of just wanted the support. But you know, I think they were just saying it because they wanted it to be, you know, they wanted to, you know, not make me think that this was such a horrible thing, or, you know, they wanted to give me a little bit of hope, I should say. But yeah, so I'm going to end this video and I will start a new one, and that will be the beginning of our story from what happened from the very beginning. And hopefully I'll be able to get it done in one big video. And then I can go on to, you know, my next video I'll start off with showing you guys what we got from Boston, and I can tell you a little bit about Maddie's story and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Thank you.